This is why beauty will never actually be inclusive, and the project of inclusion in beauty is actually a myth designed to make us think that more people can be included, but what we can be included in is the logic of consumerism and being marketed to. What we can't be included in is fundamentally being seen as beautiful. Okay, listen to this. So let's say this is beautiful people as defined by Eurocentric beauty standards, thin, white people, and so on. What is happening over time is they're expanding this to include more people, right? To include more black people, to include more fat people. But actually, they're doing it in a way that reaffirms the logic of the center. It's like an algorithm of beauty. When they include black people, they're going to mostly include light-skinned and or mixed-race people. When they do include dark-skinned people, they need to be thin, and they definitely need to be able-bodied. And so there's all these if-then, unless-if, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can be fat, but you can't be too fat. You can be disabled, but it should be invisible, right? Like, there's so many ways that it's just expanding a little bit, and it's always going to do the minimal viable, like, option. So it's just going to slightly expand so that it never actually subsumes everyone. If it were inclusive, everyone could be involved in it. But then the construct itself would collapse. Because then if everyone was beautiful, if it was just like this, why would we even need the concept of beauty? And I don't mean like there is beauty in everyone. Absolutely. I'm not saying that that's not possible. We can see the beauty in everyone. But I'm saying beauty as a construct that is leveraged under capitalism and consumerism to sell us things that we don't need. They can't convince us that we're not enough if everyone sees themselves as enough. Therefore, only these people get to see themselves as enough. And the gag is they don't even, I'm not blaming them. It's because of the way that the logic has been constructed. But anyway, all I'm saying is they cannot afford for everyone to see themselves as beautiful, which is why if you go to my other video, we need to break down the logic of beauty and stop equating beauty and worth and instead equate worth to humanity, because humanity is precious in and of itself.
So you think I'm ugly? Oh my God. Anyway, hello, hi, welcome to it. We're going to jump straight into it. Now, in the day of social media, where people have made being beautiful a whole career and a whole identity, I can imagine when you are seen as someone who is conventionally unattractive, that means you are on the opposite end of the attractive spectrum. Life can be very interesting. It can be very colorful. Do you guys remember a while back, I don't know if it's a year ago or even 2 years ago, there's a woman who went viral because she was speaking about how if you are not pretty, if you are not a baddie, you cannot be in her squad because we cannot be hanging out at a club and I'm the only one pulling men. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. That is the age that we are living in. Today, in today's video, basically we'll be looking through a few videos of a couple of women that consider themselves conventionally unattractive, right? And what life is like when you are not pretty, when pretty privilege or attractiveness is not part of your identity. It's incredibly interesting. And here's the thing, let's do this. Let's do each other a quick favor. This is not that video where we go like, oh my gosh, you're pretty. Oh my gosh, do this. Oh my gosh. No, it's okay, guys, to sit with the discomfort of truth. If the truth is that this is my reality as a person who looks like this, I really don't think there's a need for us to go, oh, you're pretty, oh, do this. No, it's okay. These are people that I think are intelligent, fully functioning adults saying, this is the reality. And you may find it weird because that may not be your reality or may not be a reality that you knew existed at all. So let's make space for people to speak about their experiences without invalidating it with advice and positivity and all of that. It is what it is. It's okay. It's okay. Even I can sit with the truth that not everyone finds me attractive. Not everybody thinks I'm pretty. I think I am. But it doesn't mean if somebody thinks I'm not attractive, I must now make it my job to convince them. Anyway, I've said enough. Let's jump into the videos. I will comment here and there, but my full commentary will be at the end of the video. Okay, let's get into it.
A lot of men believe that if a woman is not their type, that she shouldn't be anybody else's type.
As a socially unattractive woman, I feel this on a spiritual level. And not only do they think that no one else should be attracted to you, they also feel like you shouldn't have any dating expectations and you should just be grateful for whoever is trying to talk to you.
This is 100% because men decide that if you are not the beauty standard, you're not even worth humane treatment oftentimes. They've been conditioned in such a way that the world doesn't even treat societally unattractive women correctly. As a woman who is societally unattractive, this is the treatment that we received. We are looked at like, how dare you have standards? How dare you think highly of yourself? You're not even, like, this is mind you, these are subconscious beliefs. They will project onto us and make us feel like we're wrong for saying, hey, actually, you can't treat me like that. You can't cheat on me. No, I have preferences too. And I have standards. They will look at you like, how dare you? You're fat. How dare you? You're ugly. How dare you? So you're pretty much stripped of your humanity when you don't match what society tells people is beautiful. A lot of people are brainwashed. They're caught up in groupthink, so they only want someone who their homeboys agree is attractive. The women only want to hang out with women the world finds attractive. They wouldn't want to be caught with somebody who's not societally attractive. Most people are brainwashed, and that's something we need to remember. So I really don't want y'all to take it personally. If you are a woman who is, or even a man who is societally unattractive, you will be treated differently. And that's just what it is. It's not fair, but it's reality. And you have to learn to get your confidence from within. You have to learn to do your own thing and not be fixated on other people accepting you and accepting your attraction. You are attractive if you decide that that is what you are. But understand that world is going to be separate from the real world that classifies you as someone who is ugly or unattractive. You just have to understand there's a duality to you existing in this plane. It just is what it is. It's unfair, but that's life.
I saw a couple videos talking about this, but I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in on how frustrating it is not to be conveniently attractive in this day and age specifically, and also not knowing anything. So I'm 21. I don't know how to do my natural hair. I don't know how to do makeup. I don't know how to dress. And it's not that I don't want to do these things. I want to, but no one realizes how hard it is, especially like when you ask for help and people are just like, well, do what makes you happy, wear what you want to be happy. But the point is, I want to be happy wearing new things and not look like a fool. I want to wear makeup but not look like a clown. I want to do my hair, but I don't want it to look bad, you know? And when you ask for guidance and stuff like that, it's just so hard. And you try to look up online, and when people don't look like you, they look conventionally attractive, it's so much harder because you're like, this will never look as good on me than it does on them.
For my ugly / conventionally unattractive girls, I have a question. How do you find the confidence to keep being yourself and keep being you, day to day, despite everything you see in the media and like around you in life in general? I feel like my self-confidence, especially since I've moved here, keeps wavering. Some days I'm like, oh, I like myself, but then other days I'm like, oh, I don't really like the way I look. And I'm getting very tired of this. I'm getting tired of the way my brain is trying to make me feel. I turn 25 next month. 25 years is too many years to feel this way about myself. I feel like I've had enough. And whilst I feel like I don't care about what people, perceive me or what they think of me, I feel like it's me, myself, and how I see my reflection that's just been affecting me. And I've been doing things to change that, but I feel like I can be doing a lot more. I think another thing is that I feel as if I wait for permission to do certain things. I don't know if it's a youngest Nigerian child thing, but I feel like that's also holding me back a lot. Like, I've been not super attractive for 25 years now. I just feel like my brain should be, used to it and not keep telling me things about myself, but it still does. I'm trying to get it to stop. And I know therapy would most likely help me, but I cannot afford that right now. I'm going to a day party tomorrow, and at first I was kind of excited, but now I'm just dreading it because I just know how I'll start to think and how I will start to feel. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm tired of this. I just want to change here. If someone can take out my brain and do some little surgeries and then put it back, that would be good. Or you can take out my eyeballs and I can put other eyeballs that I can see myself. So hopefully that will change the way I perceive myself. Either way, I want to really focus this next year on changing myself and bettering myself. I don't know if I should document that. And also, before anyone comments, oh, but you're not, but you don't look. This video is not for that. I just wanted to yap and get this off my chest.
I love it. Baby girl is like, no, you are not coming here with the whole, oh, you're cute, you're beautiful just as you are, or love yourself. No, it's not about that. It's about self-awareness. It's about calling things out as they are. It's the reality of the world that we're living in. Do you know what? I love the fact that the two ladies speak about how men tend to be the ones that sort of instill these little or project these things on you. Like, you're not that cute. Why do you have standards? You're not that cute. We're not checking for you. And you're sitting there with your friends having your drink and you're like, I was not checking for you either. But you could say hi and not be rude, just be a normal human being. Do you know? And I can imagine that if you're someone who's conventionally attractive, this is bizarre to you. I get that you may not even get it because it's an experience that you never have. But anyway, I'm loving it so far. The girlies are self-aware. The girlies are not putting themselves down. They're just saying it is what it is. It is what it is, right? I think I'm cute, but I also know that I am not at the top of the spectrum. That's not putting myself down. That's self-awareness. Simple as that. Anyway, let's watch a few more videos.
Is for the conventionally unattractive girlies. You pretty bitches, zip it. Do you ever feel like you were actually really liked? Like, genuinely someone liked you, found you attractive, wanted to be around you? Like, I feel like in my existence, I've never been actually liked. I feel like I've always been like a placeholder for someone trying to get to somebody else, you know? I just want to know, has anybody else like felt that way? Like, have y'all ever been like genuinely liked?
I live life as a person that is not conventionally attractive. I just want to say that life got so much easier for me when I learned to decenter the way society views me. So it doesn't mean that I don't think that I'm beautiful, because I think I'm beautiful. But I know how society as a whole views me. So I just choose not to focus on it. Like, we're all human. So I have my days and we all have insecurities. It just made my life so peaceful when I decentered thinking about how other people view me. Decentering how other people view my looks really just opened me up and helped me to expand to other things, because there's so much more to life than somebody thinking that I'm cute. And I know that's easier said than done for some people, but I can't describe it. Like, it's just such a feeling of peace. And I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like it just gave me more substance as a person.
So, can we talk about how much being considered ugly when you're younger has an impact on how you date when you're older? When you grow up being conventionally unattractive, whether you're overweight or you're a person of color in predominantly white spaces, or you just have features that don't fit the European beauty standards, it's so hard. It's hard seeing all of your conventionally attractive friends have boyfriends in middle school and high school, but no one's checking for you because you're not pretty. I personally never had any romantic experiences until college. That was when I had my first boyfriend, my first kiss, first everything, and it was literally one of the worst experiences of my life. This guy was literally so terrible to me. Not only was he ignorant and racist, but he was just a bad boyfriend. He didn't know how to treat a woman, and I settled for it because I never had anyone express interest in me before him. And despite him being a bad boyfriend, I stayed with him until he broke up with me. And at that point, I then proceeded to basically beg for him back because I literally did not think there would ever be anyone else out there that would love me the way he did. And I was really depressed for a long time because I didn't know my worth, and I was putting all of my worth into male validation. And looking back, I am really grateful for that breakup because it allowed me to realize a valuable lesson in self-worth. Despite only ever having one man interested in me in my entire life at this point, I was okay with it because I was able to learn through that relationship that I don't need a man for validation. I don't need anyone to basically determine my value. So while I might not have had a million men knocking down my door to date me when I was younger, I'm okay with it because I learned a valuable lesson that a lot of girls don't learn until they're way older and have experienced a lot more life. So I say all this to say, if you are a young woman who's struggling with self-confidence because You know, you might not be as conventionally attractive as the girls around you. Just know that your time will come, and know that you don't need a man for validation. Be confident, be yourself, and the right person will find you.
Jeez. Oh my God. Um, oh my goodness. That lady who speaks about feeling like she was a placeholder, that's crazy. I feel like the second lady has the lady who was putting on her makeup has a similar story. Although she was with the person, but because she wasn't experienced on what a healthy relationship and what how somebody treats you when they like you, um she ended up settling for nonsense and even went back and begged after the nonsense dumped her, right? Crazy. Anyway, in the following videos, we are listening to stories about ladies who feel that they were previously unattractive and now they are a bit more attractive, and the differences between how they are being treated. It is interesting. If you ever thought this was a myth, it's not. These are people that have actually experienced both sides of the coin. So anyway, let's get into it.
Y'all have not always been conventionally attractive. So, you know, I remember when Precious came out, I was the butt of the joke. Like, I don't know how many times I had to hear that as a kid. Like, oh, Precious, okay, Precious, like, you know. So let's just say I definitely was not the pick of the litter for a good majority of my life. And I also lived in like a white suburb, or like a mixed suburb, I guess, where the black boys did not like black girls, and we were too dark, and, you know, I was too unattractive and too ugly, and I was only good enough to, you know, want to fight. I remember the first time I went to public school, and this boy goes, I know somebody that can fight you. Mind you, I'm like literally the most meekest, quietest person at the time, and I'm just like, what? Like, so no, I wasn't. And I think just because you go through trauma as a dark-skinned black woman, yeah, like, that's valid. Like, you should, you know, everybody responds to trauma differently. So yeah, you might hate yourself, but me personally, hate yourself. Don't hate other black women. Don't sell skin bleaching cream and then go on a platform and say that black women are at the bottom of the barrel when you selling skin bleaching cream. Because now, bombastic side eye. Like, you are no better than those people. You are no better than those men who may have traumatized you. You're just bad to me. Even worse. And y'all can hate that, you know, opinion or love it, but whatever.
As someone who grew up being called ugly and not fitting into any beauty standard, it's so hard for me to like take a compliment, like to accept a compliment. When someone says I'm pretty, the first thing that comes to my mind is, really? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I hate that for me because it makes me come across as so insecure. But that's just like a trauma response because my brain can't seem to comprehend that somebody finds me pretty or beautiful. And this started when I was younger. Like, people would come up to my parents, they would be like, oh, your child, is that a girl or a boy? And my dad would get so angry. Like, people would literally say to my parents' face that, oh, if only she looked like her mother, she would be so much prettier. To the point where my parents had to like pierce my ears for people to be able to like identify me as a girl. Like, it's so weird. I have this friend, and whenever I would go to class last year, she would be like, oh, Mihlali, I was saying, you look so beautiful. And like, I would be like, really? Or I would say, oh, now we're all mhle. And she told me, Mihlali, you need to learn how to take a compliment. Like, if someone says something nice about you, just learn to like take it in, accept it. You don't have to say something nice back. You don't have to, you know. But I'm still struggling with it. And the reason why this is like crossing my mind right now is because someone told me today, you're so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And the first thing that came out of my mouth is really, and I really hate that for myself.
I know that 1,000 people have said this, but it's actually insane how much different you get treated if you go from ugly to less ugly. Like, I was ugly forever until like junior year of high school, and when I went back to school junior year, way more people were like nice to me. People actually wanted to be my friend, whereas before people never wanted to be my friend. They thought I was weird, they thought I was ugly. I would get made fun of for being ugly, and then it tapered down. Like, you become a person if you aren't ugly. It's really bad. I'm not saying that I'm like good looking now, but when you improve in looks, you do get treated very different.
This is such a stupid tangent and maybe a really stupid take, but hear me out. I've always wondered what kind of beauty I was. Like, I didn't grow up conventionally attractive. This hit when I was 17 or 18 in life, okay? Even now, like, men look at me when I walk past them, but they don't approach me. I've been told by multiple people that I'm intimidating. At first, I was so confused. I'm like, do I look mean? Like, what does that even mean? But then I look around and I see all these, like, really pretty but approachable girls get approached so easily. And then I realize, thank God, I come off the way that I do. And usually the men who find me attractive are very, like, intellectual or smart, or they actually use their head. So I've come to the terms that I'm an intellectual beauty. I'm an intelligent beauty. I'm a smart beauty. Now, don't get me wrong, I find myself very attractive, but obviously people have different tastes. I dress well, I have a very interesting career, I carry myself with confidence, and I love spending time alone. Like, you'll see me at a bar just listening to music if it's like a listening bar or reading a book. Like, I'm very comfortable with doing activities like that. Am I an LA 10? Am I a New York 10? No, but I am a smart beauty. Be smart if you want to like me. You have to be smart. Thank you. That was a really dumb TED Talk of mine.
Can we talk about how exhausting it is to not be conventionally attractive? And I'm not talking about you thinking you're ugly or someone else thinking you're ugly. I'm talking about not reaping the benefits, like the very real concrete benefits that conventionally attractive people get. Like, a conventionally attractive girl can get on TikTok and stare at the screen for 3 seconds, and suddenly she's getting flued out to walk New York Fashion Week, and it's brand deals galore. Whereas I feel like when you're not conventionally attractive, you kind of have to make up for it by either having a sparkling personality or being super intelligent or super funny. Like, you have to try 10 times harder to try to achieve the same things that these people get just by being born a certain way. And it's so exhausting. Like, I'm so tired of having to do my makeup for 2 hours just to even be able to post a video on here without getting bullied. Because my favorite quote of all time is, "There's nothing the internet hates more than ugly people." I actually saw a really great YouTube video about how, we're praising biological advantage, and those are the people who are getting all the opportunities, and we're all about the clean girl aesthetic, and really it's not about being clean, it's about praising people who are naturally pretty, because you've never seen a clean girl that had acne or dark spots or hyperpigmentation. It's just really crazy how, like, non-conventionally attractive people can't even show up on the internet and exist without some bitch in your comments being like, "Hey babe, like, this is how you can fix your acne," or "This is how you can, like, lose weight." Like, you could literally be talking about your dog or how you just fucking graduated and someone will comment how you should fix yourself. Like, we're just walking problems or something. Again, like, I don't think that I'm ugly or anything. It's just, like, dark spots. I look like a raccoon that's never gonna go into style. Like, shit like that like puts me at a disadvantage, that pisses me off,
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, I saw a video once online where a lady spoke about, especially as far as men are concerned and looks and wanting to be attractive for men. She spoke about if you are considering making yourself pretty and working on your appearance for the sake of men and being attractive to men, she said, all you need to know is that when you are attractive, all you are getting is first dibs and trash. All you are doing is getting first dibs of trash, So think about that on your journey to reinventing yourself. I think an important thing that works for me, right, is do not forget, ladies, especially ladies, when we are talking about feeling unattractive, you have agency. You get to curate your feed. If you are online, we are online a lot, and I think that's where some of these insecurities stem from. When you are looking at pictures of people the whole day that look virtually perfect, do not forget, first and foremost, almost everything online is touched up. Almost everything on our TVs is touched up. So that cannot be what informs what you think is attractive. Keep that in mind and curate your feed to look like what looks like you, or what will inspire you, what will make you feel good. You are not helpless. You get to curate your feed. That's important for you to remember. Another thing, don't forget, especially if it's people being in your face, don't forget that people also view you based on, or rather through the lens of their own traumas, right? Sometimes you're not ugly. It's just people are viewing you through the lens of their own traumas. They are projecting their rubbish on you, and you don't have to, which is why a lot of ladies that make these videos, a few of them will say, no, I don't think I'm ugly. And I love that for them, right? You're not letting what people's views, inform how you feel about yourself. That's crucial. If you are not doing that, or if you are aware of that, according to me, you are already winning. Okay. So another thing that I think we need to be aware of and be careful of is hyperfixation on physical appearance. It is not a winning game. It barely is. I don't want to get into privilege and what that comes with, but hyperfixation on your physical appearance rather than what's in your mind, what's in your heart, how you truly feel about yourself. You can look good and you will never feel it. You will never feel it. So there has to be a wholesome approach to working on yourself. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Thank you.